The void stretched endlessly, a canvas of stars and distant nebulae, untouched and indifferent. A single human warship cut through the darkness, blackened hull gleaming with energy conduits, engines pulsing like the heartbeat of a predator. Across the galaxy, whispers had traveled. Humans were unpredictable, untested, but now, they were no longer myths. They were here, and what emerged from the blackness would redefine the boundaries of fear and respect. The ship's bridge hummed with life and calculation. Every console, every sensor, every crew member was part of a living system, synchronized with precision that blurred the line between human intuition and machine intelligence. Outside, scouts scanned for anomalies, alien fleets, automated defense arrays, and unknown cosmic hazards, but the humans moved with audacity born of experience and ingenuity. Their systems pulsed with energy far beyond design limits, gravitic projectors bending space around them, weapons calibrated to strike with surgical precision. Deep in the void, alien scanners swept the warship. Signals returned, distorted and trembling as sensors struggled to interpret the layers of adaptive technology, reactive shields, and intelligent AI systems interwoven with human ingenuity. The readings were fragmented, chaotic, and terrifyingly advanced. The vessel did not merely react to threats, it anticipated, adapted, and manipulated them. Algorithms that had conquered entire sectors faltered before human unpredictability, and the aliens sensed the first taste of something they had never truly faced, defiance paired with creativity. Inside, the crew moved like extensions of the ship itself. Pilots executed maneuvers that defied conventional physics, threading through asteroid belts and magnetic storms with lethal elegance. Engineers coaxed reactors beyond known tolerances, channeling energy into plasma lances and experimental gravitic fields that distorted space around enemy targets. Soldiers prepared for boarding or combat contingencies, ready to turn a fight into a calculated symphony of destruction. Humanity was not merely present, it was a force, a living proof that intellect, courage, and moral conviction could manifest as tangible, unstoppable power. Amid the tension, quiet reflection persisted. Observers looked at distant stars, contemplating home and the fragile lives that fueled their audacity. Engineers whispered to machines, coaxing systems to perform miracles beyond design. Pilots synchronized instincts with technology, executing actions that no AI alone could replicate. Every heartbeat, every decision, every pulse of energy was part of a rhythm that had no precedent in the galaxy. The first contact was sudden. Alien probes surged toward the human warship, scanning with energy pulses and gravitic arrays. Every sensor, every system, every mind on board responded instantly. The probe's signals were twisted, reflected, and amplified in ways that left the alien systems scrambling to understand what they were encountering. The humans had arrived as a paradox, organized, precise, and yet utterly unpredictable. The alien fleet recoiled at the warship's presence, massive vessels thrumming with energy fields they had never encountered, yet unable to anticipate the humans' approach. The black human fleet, though small in number, moved as a singular organism, each ship an extension of human ingenuity, instinct, and audacity. Humanity had not come to negotiate, to plead, or to hide, it had come to assert that it would shape its own destiny. And no calculation could deter it. Inside the flagship, Obsidian, the most advanced AI ever crafted by human hands, wove pilots, engineers, and strategists into a seamless network of thought and precision. Fighters twisted through impossible angles, threading between energy beams and debris with balletic grace. Capital ships manipulated gravitational currents to turn hazards into tactical advantages. Engineers pushed reactors beyond their design limits, channeling plasma arcs and gravitic projectors with precision that shattered enemy shields and disrupted formation patterns. Every maneuver, every decision, was a deliberate act of defiance. The aliens launched volleys of adaptive drones and gravitational distortions designed to fracture the human fleet. But unpredictability was humanity's greatest weapon. Fighters exploited blind spots, capital ships twisted through warped space to outflank, and Obsidian coordinated every counterstrike with flawless timing. What appeared as chaos to the enemy was a carefully orchestrated dance of strategy and audacity. each move amplifying the human's tactical advantage. Amid the battle, quiet reflection endured. Observers gazed at distant stars and nebulae, contemplating home and the lives they had pledged to protect. Engineers whispered to machines as if coaxing them to perform miracles. Pilots felt their craft as extensions of themselves, instincts synchronizing with the ship and the void itself. Soldiers considered the moral weight of each action, knowing that victory was not measured solely in destruction, it was measured in proof that intelligence, creativity, and courage could overcome any adversary. The turning point came when a cluster of alien command vessels attempted to encircle a human squadron. Obsidian calculated trajectories that bent space itself, guiding fighters through gravitational eddies into enemy blind spots. Plasma lances converged, energy cores destabilized, and massive ships erupted in silent, brilliant explosions. The black human fleet dictated the flow of battle, proving that ingenuity and audacity could outmatch sheer force, with the alien formation staggered and retreating. Humanity pressed forward, sending a singular message across the stars: Earth's children would not bow, and the galaxy would remember. The alien fleet, though battered, remained a looming threat, colossal ships drifting like wounded leviathans, their energy shields flickering, engines sputtering, yet still capable of devastation. The black human fleet advanced relentlessly, engines blazing, each vessel a monument to human ingenuity, audacity, and unbroken will. Humanity had transformed a centuries-old act of compassion into a strategic masterpiece, demonstrating that intellect, courage, and creativity could overcome even the most formidable foes. Inside the flagship, Obsidian orchestrated the fleet with flawless precision, linking pilots, engineers, and soldiers into a single organism of instinct, intellect, and improvisation. Fighters moved as extensions of their pilots' reflexes, threading through energy streams with balletic grace. Capital ships manipulated gravitational eddies, turning obstacles into tactical advantages. Engineers pushed reactors far beyond design limits, channeling plasma arcs and gravitic fields into weapons capable of obliterating dreadnoughts. Every system, every crew member, every maneuver became part of a living symphony of defiance, a testament to human brilliance. The aliens attempted a coordinated counterattack, unleashing swarms of adaptive drones, energy pulses, and gravity-warped dreadnoughts designed to trap human squadrons. Yet every threat was met with ingenuity and audacity. Fighters twisted through blind spots, capital ships exploited turbulent eddies, and Obsidian synchronized each counterstrike with perfect timing. What seemed like chaos to the enemy was, in truth, deliberate orchestration, a calculated ballet of unpredictability and courage. Amid the storm of battle, quiet reflection endured. Crew members gazed at distant suns, contemplating home and the lives they had sworn to protect. Engineers whispered to machines, coaxing systems to perform miracles beyond design. Pilots moved with instinct fused to technology, and soldiers weighed the moral and strategic implications of every action. Humanity fought not only to survive, but to demonstrate that intelligence, creativity, and audacity could reshape the cosmos. The decisive moment arrived as alien dreadnoughts attempted to encircle a human squadron. Obsidian calculated trajectories that bent space itself, guiding fighters through gravitational eddies into enemy blind spots. Plasma lances converged, energy cores destabilized, and massive vessels erupted in brilliant, silent explosions. The black human fleet dictated the battle, proving that ingenuity and audacity were mightier than brute force. With the enemy fleet fractured and retreating, the humans pressed onward, leaving an unmistakable imprint across the stars. They had arrived, and they would not bow, bend, or yield. The alien armada wavered, colossal ships drifting like wounded giants, their shields flickering, energy cores unstable, yet still a threat to the unprepared. The black human fleet moved with quiet authority, engines glowing like molten veins, each vessel a testament to human ingenuity, audacity, and unbroken will. Humanity had turned a centuries-old legend into a tangible force, a living declaration that it would not bow to any threat, no matter how immense or intelligent. Within the flagship, Obsidian's consciousness extended across every ship and crew member, linking minds and machines into a seamless organism of strategy, instinct, and daring. Pilots executed maneuvers that defied expectation and physics, threading through debris and energy anomalies with uncanny precision. Engineers pushed reactors beyond design limits, channeling plasma arcs and gravitic projectors with devastating effect. Soldiers stood ready at boarding pods, prepared to confront any remaining enemy forces in the void. The fleet had become a living embodiment of human intellect, audacity, and heart. The aliens attempted to recover, unleashing swarms of adaptive drones, energy barrages, and gravity-warped dreadnoughts designed to fracture human formations. Yet unpredictability was humanity's greatest weapon. Fighters twisted through impossible angles, capital ships exploited gravitational currents to outmaneuver adversaries. And Obsidian coordinated every counterstrike with flawless timing. What the enemy perceived as chaos was, in truth, precise orchestration, a ballet of improvisation, creativity, and audacity. Amid the conflict, quiet reflection persisted. Observers gazed at distant stars and nebulae, contemplating home and the lives they had defended. Engineers whispered to machines, coaxing them to extraordinary performance. Pilots and soldiers considered the moral and strategic weight of every action, understanding that victory was measured not only in destruction, but in proving that human intellect and courage could overcome any adversary. Then, with audacious precision, the black human fleet struck at the alien command cluster. Gravitational currents warped enemy formations into vulnerability, plasma lances pierced shields, and colossal ships erupted in brilliant, silent explosions. Humanity dictated the battlefield, reshaping the rules of engagement across the stars. With the alien fleet fractured, humans pressed forward, leaving no doubt, a species that had once been underestimated would not bow, bend, or yield. The alien forces, though battered and fractured, still lingered, a reminder that the battle was far from over. Massive dreadnoughts flickered with residual energy, swarms of adaptive drones moved with relentless precision, and gravitational anomalies twisted the battlefield into traps meant to ensnare the unprepared. Yet the black human fleet advanced without hesitation, engines blazing, each vessel a monument to human ingenuity, audacity, and unbroken will. Humanity had transformed centuries of myth into reality, proving that intellect, courage, and creativity could overcome even the most formidable adversaries. Inside the flagship, Obsidian orchestrated every ship and crew member with impeccable precision, linking minds and machines into a living organism of strategy, instinct, and improvisation. Fighters executed impossible maneuvers, threading through energy beams, debris, and gravitational distortions with balletic grace. Capital ships manipulated cosmic currents, turning hazards into tactical advantages. While engineers pushed reactors far beyond their design limits, channeling plasma arcs and gravitic projectors into devastating strikes. Every crew member, every system, every decision became part of a symphony of defiance, a testament to human brilliance and audacity. The aliens launched coordinated counterattacks, deploying swarms of drones, energy volleys, and gravity-warped dreadnoughts to encircle and overwhelm human squadrons. Yet every move was met with ingenuity and adaptability. Fighters darted through blind spots, capital ships exploited turbulent eddies, and Obsidian synchronized every counterstrike with perfect timing. Chaos became strategy, improvisation became a weapon. And unpredictability became humanity's deadliest advantage. Amid the storm of battle, moments of reflection persisted. Crew members gazed at distant suns and nebulae, contemplating home and the lives they had sworn to protect. Engineers whispered to machines, coaxing systems to perform feats beyond design. Pilots moved instinctively, synchronizing with technology in a seamless dance, while soldiers weighed the moral and strategic implications of every action. Humanity fought not only to survive but to demonstrate that creativity, intellect, and courage could reshape the cosmos. The decisive moment arrived when alien dreadnoughts attempted to encircle a human squadron. Obsidian calculated trajectories that bent space itself, guiding fighters through gravitational eddies into enemy blind spots. Plasma lances converged, energy cores destabilized, and massive vessels erupted in brilliant, silent explosions. Fighters weaved between debris and arcs of energy, while capital ships created cascading gravitational distortions that neutralized remaining threats. The black human fleet dictated the battle, proving that audacity and ingenuity were mightier than brute force. As the enemy fleet fractured and retreated, humanity pressed onward, leaving a singular message across the stars: Earth's children would not bow, and the galaxy would remember. Every ship, every crew member, every maneuver spoke of intellect, courage, and unyielding resolve, a legacy that would echo across the cosmos for generations. The remnants of the alien armada drifted through the void, massive ships scarred and flickering, their energy fields fractured like dying stars. Even in retreat, they remained a threat, a reminder of the vastness and peril of the universe. Yet the black human fleet advanced with measured authority, engines blazing, each vessel a monument to human ingenuity, audacity, and unbroken resolve. Humanity had not merely survived, it had reshaped the battlefield, transforming legend into reality and fear into respect. Within the flagship, Obsidian's awareness stretched across every ship and crew member, linking minds and machines into a single organism of strategy, intuition, and bold improvisation. Pilots executed maneuvers that defied expectation and physics alike, threading through debris fields and energy anomalies with lethal elegance. Engineers pushed reactors beyond their design limits, channeling plasma arcs and experimental gravitic projectors into weapons capable of annihilating the largest adversary vessels. Soldiers remained vigilant, stationed at boarding pods, ready to confront any remaining enemy forces in the endless void. The fleet had become a living testament to human intellect, audacity, and heart. Even as the immediate danger faded, humanity did not rest. Scouts probed distant sectors for threats, repairs were conducted with meticulous care, and quiet reflection endured. Observers gazed at distant suns, nebulae, and dying stars, contemplating home, survival, and the lives they had fought to protect. Engineers whispered to machines, coaxing them into extraordinary performance, while pilots and soldiers considered the moral weight of every decision. Humanity fought not merely to dominate, it fought to affirm that courage, ingenuity, and intellect could overcome any challenge, no matter how vast or intelligent. Alien commanders withdrew, their strategies fractured and calculations shattered. They had underestimated adaptability, innovation, and the audacity of a species that refused to bend. Humanity had transformed the battlefield into a stage for intellect, moral conviction, and daring. The black human fleet had become a shadow across the stars, a warning that Earth's children could not be commanded, coerced, or ignored. Each ship, each fighter, each crew member carried the weight of history and the promise of a future unbound by fear. As the fleet charted a course homeward, engines blazing, the pride and legacy of every human who contributed to its triumph radiated across the cosmos. Every strike, every maneuver, every risk had proven that audacity and moral resolve were as formidable as any weapon. Humanity had shown the galaxy it could not only survive, it could dominate, inspire, and transform the universe in its own image, from distant observation points. Civilizations across the galaxy took note. Legends of humanity were no longer myths, they were warnings, testimonies, and prophecies of what a species with heart, intellect, and courage could achieve. The black human fleet, once a symbol of audacity, had become a living declaration: Earth's children would not bow, and their impact would echo across the cosmos for generations.